Morning everyone. Today I want to talk to you about the marathon taper. It's a beautiful Tuesday morning. People saying it's the last day of summer. Not, I think it might be, I think it is equinox actually. I think it is officially the last day of summer. But not only that, but it's also officially the last day of the decent weather. It's supposed to get cold tomorrow and onwards. So it's the week. So it's Tuesday morning, and as always, Tuesdays are all things running, one of my favourite topics. Today I want to talk to you about the marathon taper, and really important that people kind of underestimate, and why it's a massive contradiction for me doing this today. Let's start with the contradiction. Firstly, you guys won't be seeing this for 2 weeks, so I'm 2 weeks ahead in the recording side of things. So I will have just completed the virtual London Marathon on October the 4th, which will be on Sunday just gone when you actually see this. And I'm going for a world record attempt of being the fastest male marathon runner dressed as a ninja. This is my excuse, you see, so if I don't achieve it, this will probably be one of the excuses I use. So I'll just put it out there. I don't like to use excuses because I talk about positive mindset and all that side of things, but it's a bit of a weird one. I'm telling you this after the event, even though that hasn't happened, so let that play with your mind. So if I failed, it could be because of this, but marathon taper is really, really important. Now, basically, your race plan can be anything from kind of, some people do 16-week training plans, some people do kind of 12-week race plans. It varies. There's loads of different training plans out there, pros and cons to each of them. The taper usually starts somewhere between 4 and 2 weeks. What we mean by that is that we're going to start reducing the effort and the mileage you're putting into your training in a build-up, because technically the hard training's done. 4 weeks out, you're done. Your training, the hard work has been done. There's not a lot you can do in the last 4 weeks that are going to make a significant enough difference, especially as if you put any extra effort in, it's highly likely you're going to be fatiguing your body more so that you're not on optimum level on race day. So the ideal taper is 4 to 2 weeks out, depending on the athlete. I mean, ideally you want to test this to see, because it's all based on recovery times, etc. But you should be reducing your mileage and effort by about 20 to 30% each week. So it's really, really hard for people at tapering, because the instant psychology behind it says, oh, I'm not training hard enough, and I'm going to be, I'm going to fail because I haven't trained hard enough. But in actual fact, you're doing the absolute contrary and training too hard, and potentially having a direct impact on your ability to achieve what you've set out to achieve in the marathon. And there's enough data out there that suggests people that taper correctly can achieve a 3% increase in their performance. Might not sound a lot, but running, when you get to a certain level, it's all about marginal gains. 3% is massive. I mean, you look at the Nike 4% that have been barked about for ages about making a 4% difference to your performance. Well, tapering correctly can give you almost the same impact as running in race blocks ultimately. I'll talk to you about 4% in another episode, but basically they push you. It's like springing off a carbon plate that also pushes you so far on your toes that you're almost like in a starting block so you get pushed forward on every stride, and that's how they get the 4% increase. But without digressing too much, you can get a similar gain by tapering correctly. So surely that's something we should be taking seriously. And the other one that's really important is understanding that you want to be absolutely fresh. You want to be rested. You want to have your body's at the right level of all your nutrients, and you don't want to have any laggy injuries. If you've got any tweaks and things, having that taper gives you a better chance of recovering, so that on race day you're there. And the other thing which is often forgotten, the impact of adrenaline on a race day. Okay, regardless of if it's an event you're running, there will be an element of adrenaline, even if it's an event like a virtual marathon where people could be running in really isolated tracks where there's no supports whatsoever, but you still get the adrenaline knowing that it's an official event that you're actually running. So adrenaline has a big impact as well on your, and will generally enhance your ability. So that's something to consider as well. Now, so the big contradiction. Well, tapering's all great. When you're doing this Rumpreneur vlog and 365-day running challenge, it's very difficult to taper. So and especially I haven't really been, I kind of made the decision to run this world record attempt quite late. So I haven't really trained up for it. I am very fit and happy with my fitness levels because of the running channel, challenge. But I haven't really upped the mileage. I think I did a 12-mile run last week. That's kind of my, a few weeks back, I did, I think 14, 15 miles, or maybe a couple of months back. So I haven't really done huge mileage, although I am doing 5k every day, and usually on the weekends I'm doing 10 to kind of 10k to kind of 10-mile distance generally. So I've not done that long run, so I'm actually going to make a bit of a decision. And this week I'm going to go and do a maybe 14.5, 15-mile run, just to prove to myself confidence-wise. But that is completely contradicting the tapering method. And I've talked to you about, I mean, this will be more applicable to people that are doing crazy long runs, like 20 to 23 mile on a long run. I never get up to that distance. My long run will normally be 15, 16 miles max, because I run to Tanda, which is a training calculator which tells you mountain performance, and every time I've used it, it's been within 1 minute of my predicted time. So I swear by that. It's based on your weekly average mileage versus your weekly average mileage versus your weekly average pace. And it plots it on using an algorithm that plots it on a graph. So that's kind of how I run. So I would never do that 20 to 23 mile run because the risk of injury is just too high. There's a lot of data that backs that up, in my opinion, as well. So I'm going to do my longest run the week before, and I'll be doing 5k every day up to the build up, but I certainly won't be doing any more than 5k, so there'll all be bang on 5k runs that week, getting me ready for the marathon. But on the contrary, it might be that I've conditioned my body now to recover so well. I mean, like I say, I did 12 and a bit on Sunday, and I was doing 5k again on the Monday. Back in the day, if I'd have done a long run on a Sunday, I would have had at least Monday off to recover before. Sometimes Monday or Tuesday, and come back on Wednesday. So the fact that my legs seem to be attacking now, with the exception of calves, with barefoot, you never know. So I am a bit of a contradiction here to the traditional tapering method, but there are a few caveats that may come into play. So that's pretty much it for me today. So to summarise, tapering, depending on the length of your training plan. Some training plans are kind of 16, 12 weeks long. Some are even longer than that. If it's longer, you want a longer taper. If it's shorter, you can probably get away with a minimum of 2 weeks. So 2 to 4 weeks to taper. On average, 20 to 30% reduction in mileage and effort each week. So it'll start to drop quite significantly. The other thing to remember is do not feel that you're under training. When you're 4 weeks out, the hard work's been done. So don't think that you're going to gain anything by pushing yourself 4 weeks before a marathon. So I'm a contradiction, but I'll talk to you about my reasons. If I was training without doing this running challenge, it would be very different. So, like I say, lower your weekly mileage and your effort by 20 to 30% each week, 2 to 4 weeks out, and take it really, really easy on that last week. The vital thing is to have your body in as rested, fresh condition, so that when the adrenaline kicks in and you start running, you feel good. If you do it right, you'll feel really good on that start line, and you've got every chance of getting that PB. And remember, if you do a taper right, it can be a 3% increase in performance from people that taper right, from people that don't taper right. So hopefully that's something that you'll take away from this video alone. So that's pretty much it for me for today. Any questions, drop me a comment, I'll respond to everyone. The bigger topic, I'll do a separate blog episode and I will tag you in. If this is relevant or not interested to you, just unfriend or unfollow me. No drama there, but please do check out my Facebook group, Rumpreneur, or my YouTube channel, Kevin Britton, Rumpreneur, before you go, whereby 115 or so episodes now are all catalogued nice and neatly by topic. It's a completely free ad hoc resource you can tap into and on an ad hoc basis in the future. So don't miss out on that. So that's it for me today. Hope you found good value. As always, stay positive, stay happy, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.